put out some minerals for them. We had some guests over the weekend, some kids that like to do feed the sheep, so they got a couple of treats this weekend. Now they think anytime I put the bowl out, they're getting treats. It's not the worst thing. They're in a pretty narrow paddock this time. It's a little longer. Just the way the shapes worked out this time. Those are happy sheep. They were just over here last few days. Let's see, since Saturday. It's Wednesday now. Longer time than normal, but we still got quite a bit of forage left in here. But it's mostly spent. They've knocked down all the stuff that they're interested in, soiled the rest. You know, they don't want to eat that. Not that they won't. They'll eat this to the ground if you leave them in here long enough. But you know, I'd rather them not get the parasites and all the things that are more difficult about sheep, or problems that are often left because they're in their paddock too long. They ate all the leaves off these tall weeds. Did not eat the stalks, so I'm gonna have to come in and knock these guys out. There's a hefty gap under the fence. It's leaned over. They don't care. They're not going into that woods. All kinds of scary things are in there. They'd rather stay out here, a nice open area where they can see things coming for them, run away. You can see, like, right on the line of this fence, you know, it's like lawn. All of this where I'm walking now was just as thick as that last year, and I've grazed them through here a couple of times now. And we've got grass. We've got, well, weed still, but this looks like a grapevine. They do not like grape. So that's one thing you got to deal with on your own. It's invasive, climbing up all the trees, but I mean, fence is practically down right here. Again, they don't care. Too many bugs. They'd rather stay out here, eat this, at least trample it over. That's all I'm looking for. And this will all grow back nicely. They've got, I can zoom in on here. So you see the pellets there, and the grass is kind of folded over. That's going to get incorporated into the soil nicely, and that's everywhere you look. That's going to compost down. The bugs are going to take that into the soil, and we'll get richer, greener grass next time. And all of this has a larger capacity to absorb rainwater, carbon, and all that stuff. And it's the biggest benefit for us, at least. If we kept this, mowed nice and tight, our soils wouldn't have enough organic matter in them, didn't have enough organic matter in them to keep the rains at bay. So it would flood and the water would wash out. There's a ditch in that wood area there, and it would overflow, flow down to the front of the house, overflow, go to the neighbors, flood. Washed out the road last year. That being said, that was from the neighbor's property in a bigger creek, but same problem. We're not letting the soil do its job of retaining water where it falls, and it needs the organic matter to do that. It needs weeds with nice deep root systems to go down and break up the clay and the sand, let water go down deeper, let carbon go down deeper, and those weeds get eaten and die off and leave their roots behind, adding more organic matter to the soil. And that cycle repeats, but only if you let them grow. If you cut it all real short, you're only going to get root depth of a couple inches, or 6 inches or whatever. Not very deep. Most of the place here was just too shallow to do anything, and the sod would just float. You didn't have anything keeping it to the soil underneath, and the water would just run under it like a stream. Plus, sheep are fun to watch. And they like variety. Who doesn't? And they'll take this nice tall grass and they'll turn it into the paddock we just walked through. And probably about 3 or 4 days, we'll get them moved again, and they'll go on to the other side where we have yet more grass. And we might take them up front, have them clear out the ditch. Sure beats mowing it, I'll tell you that. You just put a fence up around it, and these little guys walk through, eating all the stuff that would trap debris and slow the flow of water. Alright. Well, I'm getting eaten up. I'm going to let you go today. See you again next time.